We have a framework to make testing fragments easy. So before we get to see this in the app, we're going to quickly write a test that gives us confidence that our new fragment UI is displaying what we expect. In the build.gradle file of the details module, we need a couple of dependencies. These will be Android test implementation dependencies, and we're going to use the fragment testing library from Android X, and then our own testing app module. We also need to change the test instrumentation runner to our custom one. Now we can create the fragment test file. You can use the quick actions to have Android Studio create it for you. If you do, make sure you select the Android test directory and not the test directory. Or you can just create the file yourself in the Android test directory. The test class needs the run with annotation with Android JUnit 4 class as the value. And we'll add a fake repo API model as well as a fake contributor API model that we'll use in a second. In the before annotated method, we get a reference to our fake GitHub API via our test component, and then set up the values we want returned for both the single repo fetch and the contributors fetch. Now we can write a test. When we use launch fragment in container, we pass in the type RepoDetailsFragment. And then this will be a little bit different from our home fragment test because the RepoDetailsFragment requires arguments. So we have to pass a bundle in the fragment args parameter. We need the repo_owner and repo_name values. And since we're mocking the GitHub API methods, these values don't actually matter, so we can pass any string. A more robust fake API would take into account the function arguments that are being passed to it, but that's a bit out of the scope of this course, so we'll stick with this naive fake that we have. Now we're ready to perform our normal Espresso assertions. We can check that the loading indicators are hidden. We'll check that the repo name and description fields are showing with the correct values. And then we'll also check that there's a contributor view displaying the correct name. These assertions aren't covering everything, but at this point it's simply filling in a few more. What we have here is enough to verify that our fragment is displaying the data that we'd expect.